What is going on, fellas, and welcome back to Hungary for Success with me, FoggyPlays, on FM21. Today we're taking on Shirat from Armenia in both legs of our Europa Conference League first qualifying round. Should be an interesting match because I don't think I've ever played Shirat, and I've never, ever played this early in the Europa Conference League. So I have no idea what to expect. So if you want to enjoy this episode, do make sure to like and subscribe. Now let's get into the video. Right, fellas, so we are about to kick off against Shirat. There is many a game being played today. The Zalgiris and Triafore is another game that we're going to be keeping a close eye on, because that is who we'll be facing in the next round if we can get past Shirat. This is how we're lining up for today's game. If you missed the last episode, we did do the transfer special. We started it. We haven't finished because obviously we're in the middle of July. Not even. We're at the start of July. So we've got plenty of time left in the transfer window. But we're starting with Wagner in goal because obviously he's our best goalkeeper by a mile. Perelevsku and on guard as our wingbacks, Derek and Markella as our centre backs, with Ortiz and Typhonbach starting in central midfield, with Versace and Shedler continuing as our wingers, Garate and Gabriel starting as the strikers. There is no changes from what you would have expected last season. The best player on the new players on the bench is Pushkash and Zoigber, who is 2 years older now. Hopefully he's going to be able to help us do something in this season, basically. We don't have too many players sitting this one out who are selected for potential to play, but not actually getting an opportunity to start. From the last friendly, the only change that's been made is Markella coming in for Pushkash, just because I don't want to put Pushkash in too early. I want to give him a chance to settle into the team just a little bit more. Like, he does already speak Hungarian because he is Hungarian, but I don't want to put him in there and ruin his confidence when he's literally just arrived. But we're after giving everyone a bit of, whatever. We're struggling to be defensively secure. We're all aware of that. We had, if you watched last season, you'll know we weren't the best defensive team in the world, but I don't really care. We were outscoring teams, and that is all that matters. We are, as you would have seen in the last episode, which literally ended just now, but just before I did the intro. Garate, I thought he was after scoring. We're looking to bring in young right backs and left backs, just to fill out the team a little bit so we don't have to register them. And hopefully we can do that. Garate gets it to Gabriel, and he's hit the crossbar as well. We've hit the post so many times. I'm going to pop that in there as well as half chances. Yeah. So we've hit the woodwork. It says we've hit the woodwork once. We've hit it more than once. We've had one clear cut, one half chance. We've had the majority of the possession, but we're not taking full advantage of it. And this team played with each other all of last season. So they have no reason to turn around and say, oh, we don't really know how to play with each other. You played all of last season together, lads. You should be well aware of how each of you play. They haven't had a shot yet. I'm going to thrash my arms and say I'm far from pleased. Garate. There's a lot more to come from you. Shedler, you were one of our best players last season. Act like it. Is there any... I think on guard, but we don't have a left back to bring on. Gabriel might at some point be coming off. I might push Versace back to be inside forward on support. See if that make any bit of a difference to him. We do have a throw. I do like the Shirat kit. Not many teams playing that kind of orange. Gabriel dragged his shot wide. Oh, it's gone for a corner. Okay, so hit one of the Shirat players. Perelevsku handball. Yeah, you could kind of see it. He flailed midair. I was kind of hoping it was a penalty, Obviously, it was not. Schedler with a free kick gets it to Versace, and Markella hits over. It's going well, lads. Alright, we're 65 minutes in. Haven't scored. Versace is going to come off for Zoigber as an inverted winger on attack. Gabriel's going to come off for Monazimi, because Monazimi needs to do something. Zoigber looking motivated and inspired. That is what you want to see. He's the only one, but still, Derek is a bit apprehensive. Come on, lads. I'm demanding more. Shirat with a throw. If they score, I'm going to be so pissed. Oh, please don't let them score. This is a very long highlight. They've gone through, and Hood Wagner stops it. This is much more difficult than I was expecting. I did, to be honest, think this was just going to be a walk in the park. Not a bother. Hood Wagner, what are you doing? What? Hood Wagner decided to punch the ball instead of doing, the smart thing and catching it. We're going to take off Ortiz because he's not playing well. Casiedo. Deep line playmaker support. He doesn't have the flair to do anything more forward focused. It's like I prefer advanced playmakers, but he doesn't really have the ability to do that because he's only got like 5 flair, and now Shirat have the ball again. Shirat they're really kind of built into the game quite late on, and of course, Shirat have taken the lead. That man already has 8 goals this season. Is the Armenian league run differently to everyone else? I imagine it must be. We're going very attacking for the final however long we have left. Nothing's going to happen. We've lost to Shirat at home. Delicious. That's exactly what you want to see. Who played terribly? On guard. Shocking. Perlevsku and Shedler played quite well. Everyone else, bit shit. A bit shit. Just a little bit. I do not want to get knocked out of Europe this early on, for obvious reasons. But we're going to come back for the Shirat game, the second leg, in Armenia. Hopefully, we can turn this result around and actually win the game. Right, players, so it is now time for the second leg against Shirat. We have done some signings since you were here last. As you can see, many signings. Brought in Karl Garbut, who's a left back who I was hoping he'd be in and around the first team at the minute, but he's away on international duty. We also brought in Jan Nevarella, who's another left back from the Czech Republic side, Banek Ostrava. Again, not costing us anything, so why not? We signed Mamoli, who's a striker. Looking at his numbers, I think this guy could actually be pretty decent. Haven't set him up for training yet, but he lacks a lot, but he can score goals. He's not got great composure, but still, he can score goals. So that's what we're hoping for. We did bring in a player from Legia Warsaw, who I'm surprised that they're still loaning us players, because when they did last year, the guy didn't even get on the bench. This guy's just come in as a backup option at right back, even though it's his regular starter. I imagine it's going to be ended relatively soon. He's just in as a backup for Perlevsku, and Vindiansky has come in from MTK. Again, just a backup option. They only just signed him, so he's just come in on loan. We're not paying any of his wages. They're paying everything. It's fine. They expect him to be a regular starter. That's not going to happen. We have, however, loaned out and sold a huge amount of players. Neri's gone out for 6k. Bunch of random players went out on loan. Mayer has been sold. Juhasz, who came in from MTK in the summer, he's gone on loan to Haladas. Marcius has gone to Junak in Romania. No, Croatia. Because he's Croatian. That's why. Perry Moss has gone out on loan, and Canalas has gone to Haladas. Canalas has gone to Haladas. For 10k. He was never going to get in our first team. and at this stage, our wingers are significantly better than he is capable of being. But we have to come back from a defeat in the first leg, and this is how we're lining up. We didn't play any of our first team players during the couple of games we had in between because we had a couple of friendlies. So this is as strong as our team can be with the amount of players we've registered. So we've Hood Wagner continuing in goal. Pushkash comes in to take up the centre back spot, which had Markella in it last game. He didn't play all that well. Other than that, I think Pushkash is the only player from the starting 11 in the last game that wasn't in this time. There's going to be a number of changes here. Yeah, like you can see, we changed pretty much everybody for the friendlies just because I didn't want any of my players picking up an injury and then me having to worry about how I'm going to play somebody who isn't very good. So I'm going to say avenge what happened last time. It's motivated everybody, but I really want my players to, maybe score some goals would be nice. Yeah, send my assistant off to deal with that. I was looking at my head of youth development actually, before like his contract expired, and I was looking at him and I was like, how have we had such bad youth intakes? Yeah, the guy was shocking. He was terrible. So we've gotten a new guy in. I think he's Colombian, but he's significantly better, and I think we're paying him less. So that's always good. But we still have room for a couple of staff members to come in. I think our under 19s have a bit of staff waiting as well. But we have Tiefenbach running down the wing, gets it into Garate, gets dispossessed right as he's about to take a shot, but on guard, gets it to Pushkash. This is the first time I've gotten to see Pushkash in a game, and Garate absolutely smashes it into the back of the net. Get in. Garate does what he's been doing all of last season and just puts the ball quite comfortably into the back of the net. Now we have nullified Shirat's away goal, which definitely is something that I was hoping we would do. Hopefully we can get another goal or two, just to make it a little more comfortable. Versace's picked it up from poor clearance by the keeper, and he has that poor goalkeeper, Stefanovic. I don't know what actually was the centre back with the poor clearance. Versace just runs inside, jukes his man, and then takes not a great shot, but a shot nonetheless, which has gone into the back of the net. Shedler finds Pushkash on his first competitive appearance. Pushkash scores. We'll have to get him to be a striker. I'll have to teach him how to be a striker. I don't even know how tall he is actually. 24 minutes in, we have scored 3 away goals. So now they have to score more goals than we do. In this, if we draw in this game, they'll go through. But I can't see Shirat pulling this game back to a draw. I am considering getting rid of the target man because it's not. It works, but I really don't like playing with a target man. But it kind of suits the way we're playing, so I'm gonna keep it for a little while longer, maybe. But yeah, leave a comment down below. What do you think? Should I get rid of the target man and start playing something else? Like Gabriel can play as a false 9, and a false 9 will be interesting because we haven't really used a false 9 that much. I used it a little bit in a couple of other series, but be interesting to see what it can do in this one. Shedler puts the ball just over from the Versace cross. I think getting Versace made a massive difference to the club. We've really stepped up since Versace arrived. Our team is starting to fill up quite a lot now with Argentinians, because we do have a couple more Argentinians that we're looking at. A goalkeeper, and as you saw, the striker we signed. So we might end up having 3 Argentinian goalkeepers. None of them starting, but like the 18-year-old we're looking at is pretty decent. But he's 18, so could be homegrown a club if we keep him around for long enough. But we do have a decent bunch of players in our under 19s, which I probably need to thin the herd actually. Gabriel has just put that in the back of net, and I did not expect that goal to come. That was an interesting. It looked like it was just gonna go past him. Prelevsky with the throw, gets it across, and Gabriel. I had a feeling that the Shirat defenders were going to get there. They didn't, and Gabriel just kind of jukes everybody. Pretty good, have to say. Quite happy with that. We're 4 up, so I can't imagine Shirat are going to be able to do anything against us from here. Garate gets it on Schedler. Garate, Gabriel. Not even close. Not even close. But yeah, everything is looking pretty good. We have to make changes actually, because we are probably going to be playing the Lithuanian side in the next round. So I think they won their first game 4-0, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to take Gabriel. No, we're actually take Garate off for Monazimi. But I'm going to make Gabriel a false 9 just to see what he can do. And I'm going to take off Ortiz for Casiedo. Give a team talk, leave it as that for now. And we leave our final substitution for later in the game. Or if there's an injury or something, be handy to have just a player to bring on late on in the game. So drop a bit of praise on the lads. 4-0 on the night. Schedler is dead, as is Tiefenbach and Versace. Schedler deserves to get a bit of rest. Barna's going to come on. Inside forward. Pump fists. There you go. And yeah, I was looking at the league expectations actually, or the season preview. They reckon we're going to finish 8th, which I think is a little bit disingenuous for how good of a team we are. Well, for how good we've proven we can be when we decided to play football. Where is the Tiafiore? Oh my god. Lynx lost 18-0 on aggregate to HJK. Ooh. Magpies lost 17-1 to Ruckprecht. There are some insane results here. We beat Shirat 4-1. Tiafiore lost 7-1 to Zalgiris. For a second I thought Everton were in the Europa Conference League first leg knockout round thing. Pushkash scores on his debut. We got 73,000, which is fantastic. We've cancelled a friendly against Uj Pest, which is fine. It was just so we had our players fit. So yeah, we're playing Zagiris. We're playing at home first again. Hopefully, we don't do the same thing we did in the last game, where we shit the bed on the opening and the first home game. So that's going to be the next episode. Zalgiris, first and second legs. They're still a week apart. So we do have our training camp, which we've actually had to travel to Armenia from for this game. But yeah, next episode will be the Zalgiris double header. Hopefully we can get past them. I don't imagine they're good. I've signed players from here previously. I don't think they're going to be good enough to beat us. So if you have enjoyed this episode, do make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!